Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to be talking about makeup brushes that I cannot live without. I just need them in my life. So if you guys want to see what kind of makeup brushes I love, then just keep on watching. Thanks guys. Okay, so I'm supposed to be running errands right now, but I'm going to try to film this quickly for you guys. So here are a bunch of makeup brushes that I just can't live without, so I'm going to go through each one and talk to you about what I personally use them for. And let's start with this one, since this isn't necessarily a brush, but it is a makeup tool that I use all the time and I cannot live without this. This is the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, and it is close to a beauty blender apparently. I have never used a beauty blender. A lot of YouTube people out there and just makeup artists in general love this, and they say that it's a great dupe for that, and it is very affordable. I think this is about $5 or $6. And I just love this. It is so soft, and every time I put on foundation, I usually put it on with this. It just gives a natural finish to any foundation, and it just makes it look like skin. So I really love this. I use it wet, so I kind of put it underneath the water and wring it out, and it's just damp, and it works fabulous. So I also use this to set the powder underneath my eyes. So after I put on concealer, I will dip this directly into powder, look up, and then set underneath my eyes. The dampness from this takes some moisture and puts it back into your face, and that really helps me because I'm dry. This is not in any particular order, by the way. This one is from Morphe. This is a M501 brush, and I love this brush for highlighting. It is fluffy and tapered, and I really love this brush. It does a great job at getting my highlight on fleek and, you know, just putting it wherever I need it. So self-explanatory, I love this brush, and it's super affordable. So the next brush that I have is another one by Morphe. This is the M406 brush. Now this is just a large dual fiber brush, and I love this brush. Let me just outright say Morphe makes great brushes. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of their brand. You need to check them out. Their brushes are really, really great. They're mostly like under $10, or at least the ones that I bought were, and they are so soft. They feel like just professional brushes. So, and they're nice and heavy. I love them, but I really love this one in particular just for like blending everything in all together, just to make it melt seamlessly so there's no harsh lines, and this is perfect for that. If I also want to go in to just do a light dusting of powder over my face to mattify the foundation, this is also perfect for that. And I know that you guys go through this when you're finished with your makeup and then you get like an itch on your face. Yeah, go in with this brush. So my next one is from e.l.f. This is the small tapered brush. This is perfect because it is so tapered that it's perfect for getting right here and setting underneath your eye. That is exactly what I use this for. I don't use this brush for anything else. I did try using it for highlighting once, and it was good for that too. So if you don't want to purchase the Morphe one that I use for highlighting, but you kind of want this one for multi-purpose, I mean, that's great too. This one was about $3, and it is so affordable, so great, soft, and it's great for setting. I love this brush. So the next brush that I have is another one from Morphe. I do have a lot of Morphe brushes here. No, this is not a sponsored video. I wish it was, but it is not. This is the Morphe G20. So this is from their gunmetal collection. This brush is just a flat synthetic brush, and I really like it because it's small enough and yet it's big enough to pack on shadows and shimmers, and it just really is small enough to get into the precise areas of my eyelid that I want to get in there. This brush is also really great when it's wet and then you go in with like a metallic eyeshadow. This is also good for like applying glitter. I really love this brush. This is the Morphe E22. I think I used this in my last video. This brush is a smaller blending brush that I use. It's a little bit more precise. I really like this for just doing work in my crease. I really like it because it gets the job of blending out done, but it's still small enough that you can be precise. The next one that I have is like a baby version of that, and this is the E36. Yes, this is the Morphe E36, and I love this brush because it is a detail brush. When you want to get in there and you want to have a cut crease, use this brush. If you want to use this as a pencil brush, that's also great. I did it today underneath my eyes. I have some blue eyeshadow and some purple eyeshadow. So I went in there and just kind of buffed out the lower lash line with this, and it also works really great to just smudge stuff out. The next one that I have is this one. This is the E4. This is their angled contour brush from Morphe, but I use this as a blush brush. Amazing. This is probably my favorite makeup brush of all time. I love this brush because it is so soft. The quality of this brush is just, it's an A+ for me. I've never found a blush brush that applies my blush so evenly, so nicely. It just feels like butter going onto your face, and it's just really nice. Okay, so I think I'm done with the Morphe brushes. I do have one more kind of like name brand brush. Okay, so this brush, again, I think I also used this in my last video. It comes with like a little topper to protect the bristles, but this is from It Cosmetics. This is sold at Ulta. This is just their angled liner brush. I've used this for gel liner. It's really thin, so it will get that flick that you want at the end, so that's really great. But I use this mostly to clean up any liquid liner that I apply with something like, let's see if I can grab a liner. So if I go in with my NYX liquid liner, for instance, okay, I probably will make a mistake because that's just how I am. I will take concealer or foundation and I will just clean it up right underneath with that. I will link my last video right below. I do zoom you in at one point just to actually show you how I do that, and it's like an eraser for liquid liner. And I know you guys and girls out there that are struggling with wing liner just need to erase a lot. Definitely check out a brush like this. This was a little bit pricey, but it's worth it, and there's definitely brushes out there like this. So if you do not have a brush like this in your collection, you better get one. Now these are kind of like odds and end brushes. I've talked about a pink and black set of brushes that I got off of Amazon for a really long time because that was my first set of brushes that I ever bought, and I think I bought like, it's like something like 20 brushes for 12 bucks or something, and surprisingly they've taken me a very long way. It's not a bad set of brushes to be your first set if you're, you know, just starting out and messing around with makeup. So these brushes, these next 4 brushes are from that set. I will also leave that link below if you guys want to check that out on Amazon. So this brush is from that pack. This is just their eyeshadow brush. I really like this brush because it's fluffy and it is flat enough to highlight underneath my brow bone, to pack on some shadow and blend it out at the same time. This brush is more of like a multi-purpose brush for me, but I really love it, and I grab for this brush all the time. Even though I have replaced my brushes with Morphe brushes, I will still go back and grab for this brush because, I don't know, you have connections with your makeup brushes. You know, they're like your little babies, and they're just, you just can't let them go. I really, really love this brush, and again, this is their eyeshadow brush. This is their big powder brush, and I love this brush because if you look at it, it is big and fluffy, but if you turn it on its side, it's kind of tapered here. So it is a little flimsy, but it is dense enough that it gives you a really great bronze look. I use this brush for bronzer more than I probably use my other high-end. My nose is running. Had an emergency there, people. Allergies. I probably use this brush more for bronzing than I do my other high-end brushes. I have a couple of big powder brushes from other brands, but I just really love this one. I haven't found anything else that compares to this one, so if you guys also have other bronzer brushes that you love, leave me a comment down below because I am looking to expand my collection of brushes and makeup, so any recommendations would be great. But this is a really great recommendation for a bronzing brush or just a powder brush if you want to mattify your face, if you want to add highlight and you kind of want just like a wash of it or a wash of blush. This is also a really great multi-purpose brush, so another one of my faves. This is it's just basically a big spoolie on a stick. Now, I use this for a couple things. Obviously, you can use this to comb through your brow. If I'm doing my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, you want to move the product around, and sometimes there can be some buildup on the Anastasia spoolie because it is kind of small. But this one is a little bit bigger, so if there is buildup on my other brush and I haven't cleaned it yet, I will go in with this one, and it just really moves the product around really nicely. I also really like this to brush through my lashes if they get clumpy with mascara. So I am going to film a video with little makeup tips and tricks and hacks that I've kind of learned by myself over the last year and a half of messing around with makeup. So I am going to film that, and one of them does have to do with this brush. So again, I really like this for my eyelashes, my eyebrows, and that's it. Maybe for a few hairs that get out of line. I'm going to comb them down too. Alright, my last brush from that black and pink set is this small, really thin and narrow concealer brush. This is like really tiny, but I like to use this wet in the inner corners of my eye. I really like that for this. It's just really small. It allows you to get right in your inner corners, and it's really nice. You can also pack on eyeshadow with this brush. It allows you to really get in there and do some detail. And this is the last one.
Cut.
This is the last one.
Time to go.
Okay, this is the last one. Okay, so the very last brush that I have to talk about is this one. And this is just a random brush that I picked up at Walmart. It's from Lab 2, L-A-B 2, and it's called Just Blending In Brush. This brush is the best fluffy blending brush that I use. It is a little bit bigger than the Morphe one. So if you look at the Morphe one that I use, it is a little bit smaller in comparison, but I just love it because this is great for getting a wash of color in your crease. If I'm late and I'm running out the door and I just want a wash of color, I'm going to use this. If I'm doing a very detailed look and I need it to be blended to the sky and I need it to be just like flawless, I'm going to use this brush. I'm about to fall out of the chair. I'm getting excited about this brush. So I just really use this, and it's really great. It's dense enough to blend everything out, and yet it's soft enough to get it just right. You know, blending brushes, if you've done makeup for a while, you know they have to be just right in order for it not to be too choppy or harsh on your eye. You need it to be soft at the same time to really get that blended, smooth look. So this brush is like great for that, and it was so affordable. I can't even tell you guys. It was under $5, and I love it. So definitely check this brush out if you have not already. And that's it, guys. That is all of the makeup brushes that I cannot live without. I'm sure over the next couple of years that's going to change, but for right now, if you're trying to build your brush collection and you don't want to spend a lot of money but you need some good brushes, definitely check out the Morphe site. Their site is amazing. They have so many brushes and they're so affordable. You're going to go on that site and be like, really? Definitely check them out. Definitely check out the link below for the black and pink brushes that I'm going to link that you can get from Amazon, and they're super affordable too. You can definitely find brushes at Target, at Walmart. Real Techniques is also a really good brand as well. I have a couple of their brushes, so definitely check them out. You don't need to go expensive to get good quality, so just keep that in mind when you are shopping for your makeup brushes. And hey, if you want to spend $100 on one brush, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm gonna go run errands with my mom. I will catch you guys next week in my new video. Not sure what I'm gonna post yet, but if you guys have any ideas of what you want to see, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you guys. Please subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in my next video. Love you.
It's been a long day. Just so that you guys can see, because I do film me. Definitely am probably going to get a bigger SD card, because I can't keep filming on a 20-minute card. It just doesn't work for me. This is also a really great multi-purpose. I use this brush for bronzer, oh my god. This is also, oh my god. And that's it, and you can like I use this brush for blonde. Okay, we're back. I want to pause and see, because I have a feeling that I've already filmed this video. I'm supposed to be running errands, and I told my mom I need 5 minutes. 5 minutes to film a video. No. Is that or all? That or all? From Morphe, obviously. Nope, I don't think so. I dropped brushes. I feel like I have a hair on my face. I will also leave that link below. Let me try to finish all the Morphe brushes first. How about that? So I really like this brush just for underneath your eyeshadow. Under your